So can you see now clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
what we have to do is we have to just speak English. The Bangla sentences are given. It is okay if you understand the meaning, but it is not mandatory for you to speak Bangla out loud. Bangla is written for just understanding, not for speaking. Okay. So we have, first of all, we have present simple. Please keep mute. Do not make any noise from any side. We need a quiet environment, peaceful environment. Please do not make any noise. Everyone is requested to turn off the speaker as. So we have present simple tense. I write stories about my life. When I say negative, it is negative sentence. So in present indefinite tense, when something is negative, we use do not. We use do not or does not. Do you understand me? In present indefinite tense, when I say or you say anything negative, you have to say do not or does not. Do not or does not. So I do not write stories about my life. I do not or don't. You can simply say don't. But I have written full form because it is good to use full form. Sometimes you can use short form in spoken English, but not in written English. Okay. So I do not write stories about my life. When I ask questions, I say, do I write stories about my life? If you ask question, you should say, do I write? Do I write? Do you write? Do they write? Next, do I not write stories about my life? Do I not write? So first of all, the positive, I write. I write stories. Second is negative. I do not write stories. Third is positive. Positive question. Do I write stories? And the fourth one is negative question. So do I not write stories? Don't I write stories? You can simply make them short and then say, don't I write stories? It's okay to say, but it is always good to say the full form. So I write stories about my life. I do not write stories about my life. Do I write stories about my life? Don't I write stories about my life? Practice. Of course, practice, okay? Present continuous tense. I am writing stories about my life. The sentence, negative sentence should be, I'm not writing stories about my life. And the question sentence, am I writing stories about my life? And the question negative, am I not writing stories about my life? I'm writing stories about my life. I'm not writing stories about my life. Am I writing stories about my life? Am I not writing stories about my life? Am I not writing stories about my life? Do you understand? Do you have an understanding
Yes,
problem?
sir.
Everyone, do you have an understanding problem here?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Understand.
sir.
Okay,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
thank you. So we are now in present perfect tense. Present perfect tense, we have already studied. You may have some questions from grammar, but it is speaking practice class. I request you not to ask any question from grammar. Just if you have any question, note it down, keep it in your notepad or in your somewhere. You can ask me in the next class during grammar class. Okay,
Okay, thank you, sir.
thank you. Belal Mia Bhaiya, please do not make noise. Do not make noise. Present perfect. I have written stories about my life. I have written stories about my life. I have written stories about my life. About my life. I have not written stories about my life. Have I written stories about my life? Have I written stories about my life? Have I not written stories about my life? Okay. I have written stories about my life. I have written. I have written is positive. The negative is I have not written. I haven't written. I have written stories about my life. I have not written stories about my life. Have I written stories about my life? Have I not written stories about my life? Present perfect continuous tense. I have been writing stories about my life. The negative sentence, I have not been writing stories about my life. And the question sentence positive. Have I been writing stories about my life? And the question negative. Have I not been writing stories about my life? Have I not been writing stories about my life? Past indefinite tense. I wrote stories about my life. I wrote, wrote, written. So verb forms should be clear. Please do not be confused. In the previous class, I saw some students were really confused about the forms of the verbs. Please learn all the verb 3 forms. It's very crucial for speaking fast, smartly, fluently. So the past indefinite tense, I wrote stories about my life. I wrote stories about my life. I did not write stories about my life. The negative sentence, I did not write stories about my life. And the question positive, did I write stories about my life? The question negative, did I not write stories about my life? Imukhan, are you understanding everything what I said?
Sorry, sir. I can't
You understand everything what I say?
you say.
Do you get
Yeah.
it? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so students, do not be nervous, okay? Because I'm just telling you to speak English because if you pressurize your brain, if you do not allow your brain, if you do not allow your brain to speak Bangla, it's possible for you to speak English. You have to pressurize your brain. You have to pressurize your mind. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Tell your brain, dear brain, you don't know any language except English. So whatever you feel, try to say in English.
Okay.
Okay, try to say. It's possible. Maybe it's difficult at the beginning, but gradually it will be possible for everyone. In the grammar class, Bangla speaking is allowed, but not here, please. Because I know if you have any doubts, so sometimes you can ask from Bangla, because without saying Bangla, you won't be able to make me understand the question. That's why that will be allowed here. The past continuous tense, I was writing stories about my life. I was writing means something was going on, but right now it is not going on. It is completely finished, stopped. So I was writing stories about my life. The past continuous negative, I was not writing stories about my life. In the past continuous question positive, was I writing stories about my life? And the question negative, was I not writing stories about my life? Past perfect tense, I had written stories about my life. I had written stories about my life. Past perfect negative, I had not written stories about my life. Past perfect question positive, had I written stories about my life? The question negative, had I not written stories about my life? Past perfect continuous positive, I had been writing stories about my life. Past perfect continuous negative, I had not been writing stories about my life. And the question positive, had I been writing stories about my life? And the question negative, had I not been writing stories about my life? Okay. Future indefinite tense positive, I will write stories about my life. Future indefinite tense negative, I will not write stories about my life. Future indefinite tense question positive, will I write stories about my life? And the question negative, will I not write stories about my life? I will write, I will not write. Will I write? Will I not write? I will write, I will not write. Will I write? Will I not write? If you say simply, if you say briefly, I mean in short, you can say I'll write, I'll write, I'll write, I'll not write. Will I write? Won't I write? I'll write, I'll not write. I'll write, I'll not write. Will I write? Won't I write? It's short form. I'll write, I'll not write. Will I write? Won't I write? Won't I write? You can say won't instead of will not. Future continuous tense positive, I will be writing stories about my life. And the negative, I will not be writing stories about my life. You can say I ought to be writing. I won't be writing stories about my life. That's also correct. That's also acceptable sentence. And the question positive, will I be writing stories about my life? Will I be writing? And the question negative, will I not be writing? Will I not be writing? Will I be writing? Will I not be writing? Or won't I be writing? Won't I be writing? Future perfect tense. I will have written stories about my life. I'll have written stories about my life. I'll have. I'll have. You can say I'll have instead of I will have. Short form is I'll have. I'll have. I'll have. Okay. I'll have. I'll have written stories about my life. And the negative sentence, I'll not have, or I won't have written stories about my life. Question positive, will I have written stories about my life? Will I have written? And the question negative, will I not have written? Or you can say, won't I have written? Won't I have written? Won't I have written? That's also acceptable. Future perfect continuous tense, I will have been writing stories about my life. Negative sentence, I will not have been. I will not have been means I won't have been. I won't have been writing stories about my life. And the question positive, will I have been writing? Question negative, will I not have been writing? Or won't I have been writing? So we have next sentence, I work with my brother. I work with my brother. Positive sentence, I work with my brother. Negative sentence, I do not work with my brother. Positive, I work with my brother. Negative, I do not work with my brother. Question, do I write work? Right. Why did I say right? It should be work. Do I work with my brother? Do I not work with my brother? Again, please. I work with my brother. I do not work with my brother. Do I work with my brother? Do I not work with my brother? Again, I work with my brother. I do not work with my brother. Do I work with my brother? Do I not work with my brother? You can say, don't I work instead of do I not work. The last sentence you can say, don't I work. Don't I work with my brother? I work with my brother. I do not work with my brother. Do I work? Do I work? I'm asking myself, do I work with my brother? Do I not work with my brother? And present continuous tense, I'm working with my brother. Positive sentence, I'm working with my brother. And negative sentence, I'm not working with my brother. I'm not working with my brother. Question positive. Question positive. Am I working with my brother? Question negative. Am I not working with my brother? Question positive, question negative, very important, please. Practice more and more because students are perplexed about question sentences. Students are facing many problems when they speak question sentences, when they try to ask questions. Am I working with my brother? Am I not working with my brother? Sometimes some people say the short form of am not is ain't. It's correct, but it's not used. It is unnatural. It is not natural. So I want you to use am not ain't. Full form. Try to use full form. Am not. So am I not working? Am I not working? I'm working with my brother. I'm not working with my brother. Am I working with my brother? Am I not working with my brother? Question. When you say something and it is a question, your sentence should be like when somebody listens to you, he or she should understand that you are asking questions. So present perfect tense, I have worked with my brother. I have worked with my brother. And the negative sentence, I have not worked. I have not worked with my brother. I have not worked with my brother. I have not worked with my brother. You can say I haven't worked. I haven't worked. Have not becomes haven't. Have not becomes haven't. So I haven't worked with my brother. And the question is, have I worked with my brother? And the question negative, have I not worked with my brother? I have worked with my brother. I have not worked with my brother. Have I worked with my brother? Have I not worked with my brother? Again, I have worked with my brother. I have not worked with my brother. Have I worked with my brother? Have I not worked with my brother? Let's say you, not I. Let's take you. You have worked with my brother. You have not worked with my brother. Have you worked with my brother? Have you not worked with my brother? Last tense, present perfect continuous tense. I have been working with my brother. Let's try without seeing. I have been working with my brother. The negative sentence, I have not been writing. Sorry, why writing? It's working. I have not been working with my brother. I have not been working with my brother. And the question is, have I been working with my brother? Have I been working with my brother? The question negative, have I not been working with my brother? Have I not been working with my brother? I have been working with my brother. I have not been working with my brother. Have I been working with my brother? Have I not been working with my brother? We have tried without sing. Past indefinite tense. I worked with my brother. Listen to me. It is negative sentence, so we will use did not. We use did not in negative sentence in past tense. Everyone. We use did not. We use did not in negative sentence in past indefinite tense. I think most of you know at least. Most of you know we did not in negative sentence in past indefinite tense. So I worked with my brother. I did not work with my brother. Did I work with my brother? Did I not work with my brother? Alamin Galib, yeah, what's your question?
My question is, I have a problem. Like, what is indefinite? What is continuous? I mean, what is the difference between indefinite, continuous, and perfect? It's it's a doubting thing.
I just simply say indefinite means something was done in the past time and there is no result in the present time. It was done earlier and the time is gone. Time is gone. The function was done and time is gone. The task was complete.
Indefinite.
And if something is complete but the time is present or the result is present, we use present perfect. You will understand better in grammar class, not here.
Okay, brother.
It's due to wait until Monday. We have 2 classes on Saturday and Mondays. After Monday's class, I hope that it will be more clear for you.
Okay.
So try to
it's a major problem I have.
focus on grammar classes and wait until the classes are finished, please.
Okay.
So past indefinite tense positive. I worked with my brother. Negative. I did not work with my brother. Listen to me. We say work, not worked, because we have used did. When I use did, I cannot take verb 2. I have to take verb 1 because we cannot use verb 2, 3 when there is a verb do, does, or did. Okay. When you use do, does, or did, you cannot use verb 2, 3. Always it should be verb 1. So I did not work with my brother. Did I work with my brother? Did I not work with my brother? I worked with my brother. I did not work with my brother. Did I work Brother. Did I not work with my brother? Practice more, please. I worked with my brother. I did not work with my brother. Did I work with my brother? Did I not work with my brother? Let's take you. You worked with my brother. You did not work with my brother. Did you work with my brother? Did you not work with my brother? Let's take he. He worked with my brother. He did not work with my brother. Did he work with my brother? Did he not work with my brother? Now we are starting past continuous tense. Let's try. I was working with my brother. I was working with my brother. The function was going on. The function was progressive. I was working with my brother. And the negative, I was not working with my brother. I was not working with my brother. And the question, was I working with my brother? Was I working with my brother? And the question negative, was I not working with my brother? You can say, wasn't I working? Wasn't I working with my brother? That's also correct. Wasn't I working with my brother? Wasn't I working with my brother? I was working with my brother. Oh, please don't make noise. Taskin Akhtar, why are you making noise? I was working with my brother. I was not working with my brother. Was I working with my brother? Was I not working with my brother? Imukhan, you have to tell me the 4 sentences past continuous tense, but you have to use you, not I.
Okay, sir. You were working with my brother. You were not working with my brother. Were you working with my brother? Were you not working with my brother?
Great. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Sanjida, you have to tell me using she.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I have a question.
Just wait, please. Just wait. Please wait. Sanjida Akhtar, you have to tell me
Yes.
using she. Instead of replacing I, you should use she.
He was working
She,
with
she, not he.
she
Girl.
was working with my brother, but এখানে use করা যাবে she was working with her brother. With her brother. She was working
Problem.
with her brother.
No problem. It's also possible. She's working with my brother. It's also possible. It's not impossible.
Yeah.
So use this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. She was working with her brother. She was not working with her brother. Was she working with her brother? Was she not working with her brother?
With my brother, it's also correct. It's not wrong. Okay. She was
Yes, sir.
she was
She was working with my brother. She was not working with my brother. Was she working with my brother? Was she not working with my brother?
Jamil bhai, please tell me your question.
Sir, my question is when we use was or were. Sometimes I feel doubt.
We use was with I, he, she, it. And we use were with we, you, they. And we use
Again, tell sir.
we use was with one person. We use were with more than one person. In short, if I say was is singular, so we use with one person, one thing, one object. And were is plural, so we use were with, plural subject. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Do you understand me or not?
Yeah, sir. I understand.
Thank you. So, past perfect tense, I had worked with my brother. Past perfect negative, I had not worked with my brother. I had not worked with my brother. Past perfect positive question, had I worked with my brother? And the negative question, had I not worked with my brother? Had I not worked with my brother? Had I worked with my brother? Had I not worked with my brother? Past perfect continuous tense, positive. I had been working with my brother. And negative, I had not been working with my brother. Question, had I been working with my brother? Question negative, had I not been working with my brother? Future indefinite tense. I'm sorry, Muazzin is calling to prayer, so we have to wait 1 minute. So future indefinite tense, I will work with my brother. The negative sentence, I will not work with my brother. And the question positive, will I work with my brother? Question negative, will I not work with my brother? I will work, I will not work, will I work, will I not work? I'll work, I'll not work, will I work, will I not work, or won't I work? Future continuous tense, I will be working with my brother. And the negative sentence, I will not be working with my brother. And the question positive, will I be working with my brother? Question negative, will I not be working with my brother? Will I not be working with my brother? Future perfect tense, I will have worked with my brother. And the negative sentence, I'll not have worked with my brother. The question positive, will I have worked with my brother? Question negative, will I not have worked with my brother? I will have worked with my brother. I'll not have worked with my brother. Will I have worked with my brother? Will I not have worked with my brother? Future perfect continuous tense, positive, I will have been working with my brother. And the negative sentence, I'll not have been working with my brother. Question positive, will I have been working with my brother? Will I have been? This is not so used. That's why if you do not practice more, it's okay. These tenses are not more used, okay? Will I have been working with my brother? Will I not have been working with my brother? Last sentence. She speaks English very smartly. Last sentence. She speaks English very smartly. Sorry, he, not she. He speaks English very smartly. Negative sentence. He does not speak English very smartly. Remember, please, we use does not instead of do not when there is third person singular. We use does not do not with he, she, it. So he does not he do not. Many students say he do not. It's mistake. To say he does not. He does not speak English very smartly. When I ask question, the question sentence, does he speak English very smartly? Does he speak English very smartly? And the question negative, does he not speak English very smartly? Practice again, please. He speaks English very smartly. Positive. Negative, he does not speak English very smartly. Question positive, does he speak English very smartly? Question negative, does he not speak English very smartly? He speaks English very smartly. He does not speak English very smartly. Does he speak English very smartly? Does he not speak English very smartly? Practice, please. Present continuous tense. He is speaking English very smartly. Positive. And negative is not speaking English very smartly. Question. Is he speaking English very smartly? Question negative. Is he not speaking English very smartly? He is speaking English very smartly. He is not speaking English very smartly. Is he speaking English very smartly? Is he not speaking English very smartly? 4 sentences. Present perfect. He is spoken English very smartly. He has. Okay, we say he has. We say he has. Simply you can say his. He has spoken English very smartly. He has spoken English very smartly. He has spoken English very smartly. He has not spoken English very smartly. Has he spoken English very smartly? Has he spoken English very smartly? Has he not spoken English very smartly? He has spoken English very smartly. He has not spoken English very smartly. Has he spoken English very smartly? Any problem from any?
Nowhere.
He
No, sir.
has spoken. He has not spoken. Has he spoken? Has he not spoken? He has spoken. He has not spoken. Has he spoken? Has he not spoken? He has spoken English very smartly. He has not spoken
Hey,
very smartly. Has he spoken English very smartly? Has he not spoken English very smartly? He has spoken. He has not spoken. Has he spoken? Has he not spoken? Okay. Present perfect continuous tense. He has been speaking English very smartly. He has not been speaking English very smartly. Question. Has he been speaking English very smartly? Question negative. Has he not been speaking English very smartly? Again, he has been speaking English very smartly. He has not been speaking English very smartly. Has he been speaking English very smartly? Has he not been speaking English very smartly? He has been speaking English. He has not been speaking English. Has he been speaking English? Hasn't he? Or you can say, has he not? Or hasn't he? Has he not been speaking English? Again, he has been speaking English. He has not been speaking English. Has he been speaking English? Has he not been speaking English? Again, he has been speaking English. He has not been speaking English. Has he been speaking English? Has he not been speaking English? Past indefinite tense. He spoke English very smartly. Negative. He did not speak English very smartly. Again, he spoke English very smartly. He did not speak English very smartly. He did not speak English very smartly. Question. Did he speak English very smartly? Question negative. Did he not speak English very smartly? Again, he spoke English very smartly. He did not speak English very smartly. Did he speak English very smartly? Did he not speak English very smartly? Again, he spoke English very smartly. He did not speak English very smartly. Did he speak English very smartly? Did he not speak English very smartly? This tense is more used. More used. Past continuous tense. He was speaking English very smartly. He was speaking English very smartly. He was speaking English. Any question? He was speaking English very smartly. He was not speaking English very smartly. Was he speaking English very smartly? Was he not speaking English very smartly? He was speaking English very smartly. He was speaking English very smartly. He was not speaking English very smartly. Was he speaking English very smartly? Was he not speaking English very smartly? Again, he was speaking English very smartly. He was not speaking English very smartly. Was he speaking English very smartly? Was he not speaking English very smartly? So he was speaking. He was not speaking. Was he speaking? Was he not speaking? Okay. Past perfect. He had spoken English very smartly. Past perfect continuous. Sorry. Past perfect negative. He had not spoken English very smartly. And question positive. Had he spoken English very smartly? Question negative. Had he not spoken English very smartly? Had he not spoken English very smartly? He had spoken. He had not spoken. Had he spoken? Had he not spoken? He had spoken. He had not spoken. Had he spoken? Had he not spoken? He had spoken English. He had not spoken English. Had he spoken English? Had he not spoken English? Okay. So I hope it is clear now. Okay. I hope you can practice by yourself. Okay. Is everything clear? Please tell me.
I think it's clear.
Okay. Is everything clear? Please tell me.
I think it's clear. Yes, sir. 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 I think it's clear. Yes, s
Afifa, any question? Okay, it's time for prayer, Salatul Isha. Some students will have to go to the mosque. So you may go now. You may go now, and the practice session will be going on. You can join after the prayer. Okay.
Thank you.
From
Thank you.
from today, I will not cut the meeting. Inshallah, it will be continued up to 11 p.m. At least you will have 1 hour.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So only
Yes, sir.
only the students who will have to go to mosque, you can practice after the prayer. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Okay, sir.